Hey guys, what is happening and welcome to a brand new squad builder. Today we're going to be looking at the Bronze Camp Scotiabank team and that is the only league that they have for Chile on here. So let's go in and have a look at the team that we built. So we're starting off in goal with the Argentinian Christian Munoz. Actually played 4 games with him already in a different team that I was building, so that's why he's played more games than everyone else. 1 goal, that will really confuse a lot of you already. But we'll be able to see that in a moment. I'll be able to explain that in further detail. Then moving on to the right back, we have POWellz. I'm going to go with that all in one there, sort of just let it all roll in. Decent right back, good pace with the 80 pace, and really nice defending, physical and dribble on the back side of that card. Then moving on to the centre backs, we have the first one. It's the left footed one, Nicholas Ortiz. 3-star weak foot as well, which was handy for a centre back. 10 games played, didn't get any goals or assists, but very good centre back, and went nicely with this guy, Sandran, who had all the pace. 80 pace for him, 64 defending. The stats aren't great on that, but he did play very well in game. And then moving on to left back, Angelo Sagal. We had a very limited choice of left backs. He does have 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, which is nice, but did struggle a little bit with pace and got beaten for pace in the first couple of games. And then going on to the CDM, we have Brian Cortez. And yeah, he was awesome for a CDM. Look at them stats, they're really nice for a bronze card. 70 pace, 69 dribbles, 60 defending, 64 physical and 63 passing, which is awesome. 1 goal and 1 assist, and he was very instrumental in all of the build-up play for goals. And then moving on to the right winger, and this guy was unfortunately a little bit disappointing because he looked alright on card, but I think his pace really let him down. Only 74 pace for a right winger, which isn't great, but 66 dribbling, 65 shot. But as you can see, no goals, no assists, and it was really down to this guy who did most of it. It's Carvalho, 82 pace, which is nice, but 73 dribbling was awesome and just really came in handy because he's got 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. And as you can see, it did pay off. 3 goals and 1 assist for him. And then moving on to the goal scorers of this team, all these guys managed to get the same amount of goals. This guy is Mikel Aguinera, and 86 pace for a cam is awesome. What a card. 70 dribbling. Shooting's not amazing, but it didn't really matter once we got into the game because you just sort of get used to the players and the way they shoot in the end. 3-star skill moves, could have done with 4, but it's not a worry because he got 6 goals in his 10 games with 4 assists as well, which was brilliant for us. And then moving on to the 2 strikers, we have Jorge Guadrado and 85 pace. Like that for a striker. You don't always get that many strikers with good pace. His shooting wasn't great, but when you see the goals it scored in game, like I said, once again, once you get used to these players, it doesn't matter. And he scored 6 goals and 4 assists as well. And then moving on to the last, it's Nicolas Medina. He was a real target man. Just seemed to really hold up the ball well, even though he's not a massively tall player. 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. A little bit better stats in terms of dribbling and shooting as regards to the other striker. But once again, 6 goals and 2 assists this time for him. And that rounds off the squad, so let's go in and have a look at the goals that we scored. So as you can probably see, we start off with a nice cheeky goal from Medina. Keeper giving it away, and we got a nice little chip. But it was disappointing for this guy because he was actually a decent player, but to give away such an easy goal. But Guadrado comes in there and scores a nice finesse from the edge of the box, a nice curling shot, and that shooting on the card really did seem to disappear once you got into the game. Aguinera there coming in and getting a nice finesse goal again. We're 3-0 up in this game, and then managed to get a 4th. Medina, chest it down and have a left-footed striker is brilliant because you can get them sort of goals. Nice swipe across the keeper, and once you know what you're playing with, it really does help. This game we were 2-0 down. Aguinera comes in and a nice little bit of play there, and we cut it back when I thought that he probably would have thought that we were going the other way, but we did end up losing that game 2-1. And a nice run here, Carvalho, as you can see, setting up this goal a little bit sweaty, but we did manage to get it in. And the Cam Aguinera just seemed to be everywhere and get involved in a lot of the play as well. Guadrado here coming past, and a cheeky little chip because I knew he was going to slide. And I did like this team because the front 3, as in the Cam and the 2 strikers, just seem to play brilliantly together. As you can see, Medina scores a free kick here, and this was the game that just cracked me up because this guy at 3-0 after like 15 minutes or whatever just turned. He just dropped. It was incredible, just scoring own goals there front 10. As you can see, we scored a lot here, and this is how Munoz scored his goal. He wouldn't let any of my players go up there, so I just went and brought my keeper up and scored a tap. And as you can see, an ecstatic celebration for him there. He did play at some points, and we managed to grab another goal here, which was nice to get an actual goal. But as you can see, this point, this is amazing. what an own goal he scored there. Literally banged that into the top corner. It was ridiculous. I wasn't trying most of it, as you can see, 28-0 in the end. So I sent him a nice message just saying to him that I thought it was a very tight game, which he responded by telling me his life story about how he's done with FIFA. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the next game, and we were back in and playing against the proper opponents, and Guajardo again getting a nice easy tap in to start us off. Carvalho again, as you can see, he was very good in the wing. Aguinero coming in, and a lovely finesse shot into the far corner. We did get a few games where people quit out, and a couple of games where we lost as well without scoring, so that's why we don't have tons of goals for this team. They were a decent team, but just not on the level of some of the other teams like the BPL teams and stuff like that. It just hasn't got enough depth and quality as the other leagues. But it was interesting to play with, and there were some good players. As you see, Guajardo there scoring an absolutely phenomenal goal. And yeah, I did enjoy playing with this team. But like I said, some areas are very weak. Left back spot was quite weak. Right wing spot was quite weak. And the centre backs were all right, but they weren't amazing. But yeah, definitely try this team out if you fancy a nice challenge in the Bronze Cup. Cortez there, as you can see, scoring. A last-minute penalty here from Medina, who was awesome. Like I said, once again, it's really nice to have a left-footed striker. I do prefer to have a left and a right-footed. It does help out. Hoteo here coming through the right winger. It did sort of set that one up, and it comes back to Guajardo, who scores. So we're going on to the final goal now, and Guajardo crossing this one in a bit of a sweaty goal in the end. If you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like and check out some of my other squad builders on my channel as well. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.